to another tutorial of Lillian flavor. Is it me or is it really the time is going really fast? Never mind, I think it's just me. Anyway, it's another tutorial, and today I just want to talk about how to make your beef stew. I've done a couple of tutorial in the past, but it kind of was a hit and miss, so I'm gonna do a full tutorial by request and then just talk you step by step how to make a beef stew. As usual, this is a Lillian flavor tutorial. I'm not doing your typical Congolese or usual cooking. I'm really trying to look at ways or alternatives to make our cooking healthier. I'm sure by now you got that. I'm all about healthy eating, trying to promote African healthy eating. Hence, there will be some healthy tips on how to make your beef stew. So, cut out with the talking. Let's get to the work. Alright? So, over here, I got the beef. As you can see, it's fresh from the butcher yesterday. And it's nice and clean. The color is great. And as you can see, I've cut all the fat away, which I'll talk to you about that later. So this is your meat. You wash it, you cut it to the desired portion, and then you put it there on the pot. So that's the meat. I got about 3 kilos there. And then for today's ingredient, we got the garlic. I got 2 whole nutmeg, which I'm gonna use. Perfect for flavor. I got a whole onion, some bay leaf. I got some celery right here. It's already chopped, about 200 grams, and just a little bit of ginger, which I'll use later. And here I got some leek. And as you can see here, I got some aubergine, which I'll cut in a more, and I got some tomatoes. I'm trying to keep all my ingredients fresh, as you can see, so I'm gonna use fresh tomatoes. And over here, I just want to talk a little bit about that fat I was telling you about. So, as you can see, I cut the meat and remove the excess fat, if you can call it. And here in the pot, I hope you can see it, I got about 400 grams of fat. So just nearly half a kilo. And I did try to convert it into pounds. For the pound people, it's just under 1 pound. So about 880 pound. No, not pound, but under just a pound. So as you can see, this is quite a lot of fat into your body. So I will really encourage you, as much as you lack the fat into your meat, to try to take as much as excess fat as you can, so you can have your meat lean. So that way you'll be able to enjoy it. So and this cooking, as you can see, I don't have any oil as one of my ingredients, because I'm not gonna use oil at all. The meat got its own oil, and I think it's got quite enough. So, and also just quickly, I've got some sea salt. As usual, I'm kind of changing into avoiding to put cubes and spices. I'm just trying to keep all the ingredients raw. So lately I've been using a lot of sea salt, but that's also just optional. You can still use your beef cube or magic cube or whatever. If you want to put some spice in it, that's also just fine. Anyway, let's get cracking. So I'll just put my meat in here. And for the first part, we're not gonna use all our ingredients to start with. We're just gonna use few ingredients. So for those few ingredients, it will be the garlic, which I'm not gonna grind it. I'm just gonna put it as whole, because as soon as it boils, it's gonna be soft and tender, so be easy. And then in here, I'm gonna put my bay leaf and some onions. And then I'm gonna put some salt. Just about that should be enough. I'm gonna grind me some some nutmeg. Oh, this flavor of it, the smell is just amazing. And also, if you can, try to use whole nutmeg instead of the one that's already been processed, just because you don't know what's in it. But really the option, it's entirely up to you what you use. But I will encourage you to use fresh eggs, and I've lost my nutmeg. Okay, and then I'm just gonna put a bit of water. And that's our first part done, really. So I'll just let this meatball for a good 45 minutes. So just all the garlic, the onions, the salt, the nutmeg can just really soak into that meat. And then when we come back for the second part, we'll put all the other ingredients, and then we're gonna see that final result. So another simple recipe, really. African cooking is easy. It takes a little bit of time, but I say it's really easy, because most of the time we just chuck things there and then we just sit and wait. So really, we'll come back and show you the rest of the recipe. Well, I'm back. We're just now at the end. Like I've talked to you earlier about how to make a beef stew. So I'm just gonna show you the result. So the beef been cooking for just under 2 hours. So an hour 45 minutes. It's nice and tender. And when I just want to tell you, when you put all your ingredients on the second part, try to reduce your heat, so all the tomatoes, the veg, so it cooks thoroughly and tender. And also just every now and again, once in a while, just try to stir so that the vegetable don't get stuck in the bottom and start burning. So we're just gonna come close and see how it looks. can see there is a stew all nice and done, and you bearing in mind that I didn't put any oil, you can still see some oil sitting there. So really just be careful when you're cooking your brisket. This is a brisket on bone. I did take a lot of excess fat, as I showed you right in the beginning, but look, we still got some, and that's the meat on oil. Okay, so you don't need, and all the vegetable I put it nice and tender. The meat, it's nice and soft, as you can see there, very soft. So just fresh meat, like I say, from the butcher, so it's nice and cooked. As you can see, my sauce is not red, the typical Congolese African way, but if you want, you like red sauce, maybe I would advise you to use the canned tomato. But if you want to keep your ingredient fresh, try to use everything, all your ingredients to be fresh, like I show you, fresh tomatoes, fresh garlic, everything. I haven't used a single spice like the processed spice. All the spice I used was fresh today, and the meat looks quite nice. So you can eat it with rice. I'm gonna have mine here, just if you come close, I'm gonna have mine with steamed sweet potato. It's just cooking, but you can have it with rice, you can have it with whatever you want, with plantain, with fufu, semolina, pap, ugali. So you can have it, it's quite versatile. You can have it with a lot of things. You can have it with kwanga. So there you are. Thank you very much for watching me. Keep your requests coming, and please subscribe. And then until next time, keep on trying with your healthy lifestyle. And then for any questions, I'm here, just holler at me. And until next time, God bless. Thank you so much for supporting me. Stay blessed.